Now, it looks like a badly behaved uncle may be about to cause a headache for the Windsors, but this time it's not Prince Andrew. Gary Goldsmith, Kate Middleton's uncle, has reportedly signed up for Celebrity Big Brother. There are concerns the outspoken businessman could spill secrets about the royal family. We're still joined in the studio by political commentator Reem Ibrahim. Now, Gary Goldsmith is a colourful character. You can see why ITV has signed him up. There's been lots of stories about, shall we say, narcotics-fuelled parties that he's held. He's lived in the Caribbean. He also does not have a perfect non-criminal record, shall we say. I would suggest, I can see why they've signed him up, but given that Kate isn't very well, to say the least, don't you think ITV should have thought better of this? Leave her alone. You know, she doesn't need this while she's trying to recover.
Yeah, I think that's right. And look, it's very clear why he was chosen by ITV. He's going to make good TV, isn't he? He's going to be funny. He's going to be interesting. And I think that his entire background story is incredibly, I suppose, murky is the right word. We don't really know what kind of things he's been getting up to. There are, of course, loads of rumours and loads of things that we can speculate about. But actually, his entire life story is actually quite fascinating. And the details that we do know, that the places that he's travelled to, the kind of very odd parties with very, very high-profile guests, might I add. So I think that he's going to be quite interesting. There's clearly a reason why ITV have chosen him. I'm quite excited to watch it, to be honest.
Didn't he punch his partner?
I think that's been rumored. I'm not sure if it's been confirmed.
I think it's a conviction.
One of the things interesting is I think he had sort of asked to go on I'm a Celebrity before and was sort of told, well, no, because you're going to cause too much trouble for the royal family. But that sort of attitude seems to have disappeared now in ITV. And I think everyone's just, trying to compete against Netflix and people wanting to watch The Crown and so on and so forth. That, everyone's just sort of lowered their levels of what they think is acceptable and what they don't. It's just a big scramble to get the ratings, isn't it?
By the way, can I just get this on? Let's just get this right. Gary was arrested in October 2017 for assaulting Julie Ann, his then partner, after a drunken argument in which she accused him of taking drugs. He pleaded guilty to that and was fined £5,000. So he's a nefarious character. There's also been lots of stories of his drug parties. He lives abroad. So ITV are shamelessly cashing in on this guy that maybe should not be paid any money, because the only reason he's getting any money is because of his bad reputation.
Well, look, he's definitely going to make good TV, isn't he? I don't blame ITV for that reason. I think that the point that you made, Alex, is really important, that actually there seems to be no shame in kind of respecting the royal family. The king has just undergone huge surgery himself for cancer, and actually the way in which the royal family themselves have had to deal with things over the last few years following the Queen's death, also following all of the drama that Harry and Meghan have caused the royal family, and now to then have their uncle effectively being sort of shown off and paraded on ITV, I think is going to be incredibly hurtful. There needs to be an element of kind of cultural awareness and also kind of respect for the royal family, which again I think it's a cultural thing and I think it's a generational thing. People seem to have completely lost this kind of respect for older people, but also for the royal family themselves.
And Celebrity Big Brother, I think it returns to the screen tonight. All the ideas are always old in television, and that's why later in the show we'll be discussing why Bergerac is back. They never have any new ideas at all. Have we got time to talk about the woke head teacher?
Oh, we've got to talk about the woke head teacher.
Off you go then, Alex.
I mean, think of this story. So this is a head teacher at a private school. It's always the private schools. People pay money for such dross, don't they, in our education system.
You pay money to get a lefty head mistress.
Exactly. Just buying into the socialist Marxism cause by sending kids to private school.